When talking about usability and user experience, of course you can read a lot, but you also know some stuff from just being a user of certain products, of feeling what frustrates you, what motivates you to purchase. I mean, it's also a little bit about self-reflection. Definitely you should do the research, so nobody's going to do the homework instead of you. User testing, super important. Prototyping, as we learned with Alan, who used to work for IDEA. But right now we'll just go and see the website in order to comment a little bit what's up and where the easy wins would be, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
cool.
So let's go to the merchant.
Yeah, do you mind?
Yeah, for sure. So actually the first thing that pops into my eyes is actually the colorful of the t-shirt. So when actually dealing with the gadget or technology product, it's very useful to use very clean images to see the products actually right away. Right now the clean design is also just coming more and more popular, so I think Google did a great job here, because actually the background it's gray, white, and the product just pop up, and I think this obviously could be the top selling product, so they're showing to us right away
in their logo colors. What pops up immediately to you apart from the t-shirts?
Actually, I think that here on the right corner we have nothing in cart. So I don't know, it is because I come from e-commerce or what, but actually the second thing is the empty cart and then the logo. So everything that it's colorful for me. What about you?
Yeah, I was leaning towards shop now.
Shop now?
I have
You're
no
ready
idea.
to shop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I have no idea why it is not designed as a button, you know?
Okay.
Because like when you have this heading of website, you are just like used to press here.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it right now. All right, so we're seeing men's t-shirts.
Okay, but you're a woman, right? And
how do I get there?
How do I get there?
Problem number one.
Number one, so
sort by title.
No, so you're lost and you're you're not.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So shop now was not clear. Okay, probably it's done in this way because the majority of conversions comes from men, but still, a menu here would be nice, for example. Then we have, okay, I can actually find some stuff. Let's go to warm because of the season. Cool. And we have some hoodies. And this I like. YouTube. They're like, what happened?
Yeah, for me it's a great user experience because you can actually, if you really know what you want, you can actually practically choose the size here and I think add it to the cart right away, right?
Can you?
Yeah. I think
how do you do this? View product?
No, actually it says on the left side add to cart, right?
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to that. I am just like used to having these buttons on the right side.
Yeah.
So I can either continue shopping or go to shopping cart. Let's see what happens. All right. Yeah, that's logical. Nothing to comment here.
Yeah, nothing special, but maybe if we check, let's say check view product.
Yep. And we'll see a product page, right?
Yeah, and see if they recommend something to us. Okay. So here is very clear. There's a mug. Great. So this is really important because I think when we are in shopping mode, it's really good to actually tell the visitors that are seeing the specific product to suggest them what they maybe will also like. And here Google did a great job. So we are actually interested in bottle and they want to also show us the mug. So I think this is a good connection between the products.
I think you're right, but I'm a little bit underwhelmed with the copy and general product presentation because, for example, maybe you guys have seen interview with Stella, but her forum is Equa, her company. and she's been dealing with water bottles as well. Okay, of course, Google is not dealing with waters, but like her copy is phenomenal for the products that they are using. So, okay, for example, we'll go to this one. It's random. And here you have like made in Europe, metal rose, leak proof. It's so much more inviting, right?
Yeah, actually here on Google it's pretty much clean design, nothing special, not a lot of copy, because I think you won't actually buy the bottle because of the functionality, but because of the brand. So
exactly.
I think this
is good point.
Yeah, it's just one of the accessories. I think you don't buy the bottle because you won't actually drink from it, but because it says Google on it.
So here you are actually determined when you come to the website that you want something with a Google sign on it.
From Google, yeah. It needs to set the Google. I think the customers are not very interested to what's actually the quality, but they just are interested about the branding.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Play around.
Yeah, so maybe I would actually go back to the homepage because I am very curious what else beside of the t-shirts can we actually see. So here are the t-shirts.
Okay. Was it logical for you to scroll down?
Yeah, I actually maybe some of the users actually need the arrow to scroll down, but I think it's very natural for us to scroll down. You know, maybe an interesting part about scrolling. How many meters do you think actually one person scrolls per day?
Absolutely no idea. 2?
90.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, that's disturbing.
Yeah, so actually I think we are used to scrolling, so I think we don't need an extra arrow, but maybe it could be helpful for us. So here we can see that they're also selling hats, okay, sweatshirts. Oh, here are your water bottles, office supplies. Okay, let's check if we click on the picture we are directed. Okay, so the page is not available.
Jackpot. Yeah. We haven't tested it before.
Okay, so here actually I think it's really bad because even though if the page doesn't exist, it's not for the customer, it's not good to actually say, okay, this page is not available. Okay, so I am a user and what now? So this is the end of my journey. I just close the tab.
Yeah, if you're friendly, you can click on the logo and go back to the home page or the back arrow, but I totally got the point. This is a bad UX.
Yeah, but I think at 80 or 90% of the people will say, okay, this is the end, so this doesn't exist, there's nothing for me, and they will just visit the competitors. Maybe for Google, the strong branding, this is not the case, but in your case, it's really, really important to actually lead the viewer or the visitor step by step, and even though if they come to the page and it doesn't exist, it's a really good choice to actually redirect them to the home page and just send them a notification on the bottom or the top of the page to say, okay, sorry, this page is not available, how can we help you, or something like that. So it's really important not to say, okay, this is the end, you made the right choice and this is it.
Yeah, or see the most popular product or whatever, just like don't leave them hanging.
Yeah, okay. And if you come back and click, okay, shop now, and see the t-shirts, so I think this is pretty much the same t-shirts, but just the color it's different. Okay, so here are also the different logos. So
what do you think about white background and white product?
This could be discussed because maybe in some of the cases it's not a good thing, but actually if you are selling the white product, it's not good to actually have the t-shirt would be white and the background will be black, because it just pop-ups too much. So I think the most common for the fashion e-commerce is to actually use the white background on the white products. But for me, what I like also, if we turn back to Equa, is to also add in some lifestyle images.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah,
it's like lookbook.
Yeah, because Richard wants to know how he will actually look with the t-shirt on, right?
Maybe you could have like a virtual dressing room.
Yeah. So what will I actually recommend here? It's also to check because on the mobile, because as you know, the 80% of the visitors will actually come on mobile. So
how much?
80.
It used to be 50.
Yeah, things
That
are
seems
changing.
pretty huge.
Yeah. So actually, this percentage is increasing year by year. So it's really important to be mobile first. So it's for me actually in our case was the most useful data was when we actually put the telephones inside of the stranger's hand and open our website and say try to buy.
So
and
that's a perfect UX tag. I done this in Brussels one.
Yeah.
We were literally giving out like people just something to test out, and it was phenomenal. Like they did stuff on the go, where the internet is not working well and they have absolutely zero prior product experience. It was such a lovely test.
Yeah. And for me, for here on the product, maybe if Google is a brand that everyone knows, but maybe when you will start a business, it's really important to actually have a social proof because one person don't want to be the first customer. So
please define the social proof.
Social proof is actually like reviews, lifestyle images, the reviews of the customers that says they are using the products and they are satisfied with it. I think Google doesn't have that. I'm correct, right?
Nope.
No, they don't need it, right?
Here you are pretty much determined to buy.
Yeah. So here you actually
do they have it?
No, I think not. But they have the lifestyle images.
Yeah,
I think
that's pretty cool.
This does the picture. But if you are using Booking or something like that.
Yeah, Booking is crazy.
Yeah, the reviews are what actually wins the game. So here the person is actually reading the reviews, check what is the score, so which of the customers are satisfied with it, which are not, and you actually decide based on the information that you got there.
Cool. Oh, this is a lot to handle. Let's say that we'll go to Amsterdam. Search. Do you want to go to Amsterdam?
Yeah, maybe next year. You can make a reservation right now, right?
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're missing out. Then we'll click on something to see the reviews. It's crazy.
So here on the right, you can actually see what the guests love. I think it's really good and really visual to actually see the highlights of what you're actually getting for the price, the offer, which kind of different packages or rooms can you actually afford, hotel surroundings. So I think you actually get the data and see here on the bottom you can also read what travelers love about this location. So I think this build trust. This is like social proof. You can also get the social proof on social media when actually influencer or one of your customer writes a review or just tag you on the post. And I think this is really important. And for you, it's really important to include this social proof also on your website.
Yeah. The other thing that I saw the last time was Melon Cream by Cindy Crawford. So this celebrity page is crazy stuff. But let's go back to the Google store because I'm so not used to using the same logo. Do we have anything else that we want to check out? Maybe how do you proceed towards purchase? Okay, so it's discounted. Grand total, continue to check out.
Okay, so you need to log in. So this is maybe for the United States and for this market that are more developed. This is a good thing, but I think in the not as developed countries, it's really good to have also an option to shop as guest.
Totally. Or just like Booking, I think that you can pay for some services after you receive them if people are still anxious about online shopping. So yeah, that's a pretty valid point. You really have to be motivated in order to continue the purchase here because this is friction.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't want to go forward.
you don't want to sign in, right?
No, I have privacy issues.
Okay, we will check the competitors or what?
What do we check? Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this is it for the shopping part.
Cool.
I think here it's really good to actually, we didn't mention it already, so that on the bottom, on the footer, you have the telephone number. So what time of the day can you actually call them, the email, and the customer support. So it's really important for the customer to know that you are there to help them.
That's why it would be like perfect if it wasn't for Google e-commerce to have a chat window or something like that. Conversational marketing, it's so huge. It's also moving to B2B, and it's just like the website feels alive. It feels as if somebody's there.
We actually, just a couple of days ago, we ran some interesting A/B testing. When we actually tested, like during the purchase flow, we want to test, like, the general language is very professional. It says like payment method, and then you just click PayPal, MasterCard, or something like that.
Yeah.
And on the other part, the B version of it was just the question. So how would you like to pay? Not the payment method, but how would you like to pay? And it turns out that the flow and also the percentage that abandoned the cart was really, really much lower when we actually used the communication that was more personal. So I think it's really important to actually have a conversation on your product, firstly on your product page, and also during your purchase flow to be very human to human, because humans are practically buying from us.
Yeah, and you need to talk like your target audience language anyways in order to make them feel comfortable. By the way, I did a nasty thing. I logged you in. And after I logged you in, I turned out on a homepage. So not in the cart, nada, I have to click it again.
So actually you logged in?
Yes.
And then you redirected. Okay?
Exactly, to the homepage.
So let's try to buy, but I will not pay it. Okay?
Why not? It's a nice food. Okay, so this is something that we should fill in.
Okay, this is really long. You lost me here, right?
Yeah, probably. Commercial, residential, gosh. Okay, but on the plus side, they are very much transparent.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get practically. And we won't be proceeding forward because at this point, they really lost us.
Yeah.
They really lost us. But anyways, Google is doing fine without our money.
Yeah.
So I guess we can...
But you just lost 2 customers there, right? Because the checkout was so long, and for you it's really, really important to have, don't take the information that you don't actually need from customers. So let's make it short and simple as possible. So for the part of the Google, we thank you for the opportunity to analyze your merchant store, but we won't buy. Sorry for it.
Well, I would probably come back and sneak in back later because I really like this. Okay. But you definitely lost your friction was greater than his love for the brand. All right, so we cut it here, right?
Yeah.
Cheers.